Okay, finally let's have a look at the challenges faced by NGOs. And there are two kinds of challenges. Challenges in terms of risks and challenges in terms of opportunities. And when we have a look at the challenges in terms of risks, there are two of them. The aging population in many European countries might in the end lead to less volunteers available for NGOs. On the other hand, unemployment, which is a problem in many European countries as well, might lead to a growing number of volunteers available for NGOs. For example, students having finished their study and being available for work in an NGO as a kind of preparation for future employment. And there are challenges in terms of opportunities, and they will differ, of course, for the fields NGOs are working in. They will be different in the way of in the field of crime prevention, in the field of probation, and the field of victim support, of course. But there are many challenges, opportunities in the field of victim support and for the NGOs working in this. And the most important one is the implementation of the EU directive establishing minimum standards on the rights, support and protection of victims of crime. This directive has to be implemented by November 2015, and in the video on this website by Frida Weldon you can learn more about this, but I'd like to stress a number of aspects of this directive for NGOs. And there is, for example, the need for referral arrangements. If a victim support organization can't support the victim itself, then it has to be able to refer the victim to another organization which is able to support this victim. And this is a challenge we have to face before November 2015. Another challenge is the fact that the directive requires individual assessments of victims. They have to be organized, they have to be implemented, a challenge for the upcoming years. And the third challenge is the cooperation with statutory organizations, victim support organizations, but the same goes for crime prevention or probation organizations, have to cooperate with the police, with the public prosecutor, with the prison system, and this cooperation has to be organized in a formal way and should not be dependent on good contacts between one person in one organization working together with one person in another organization. It has to be formalized and it has to be organized in a structural way, which is a major challenge for the upcoming years. Not in the least because in a number of European countries it's not from the start logic that NGOs will cooperate with government organizations. And another challenge that is focusing us is the fact of cross-border crime. Most organizations, be it in crime prevention, probation or victim support, tend to focus on the national level. But cross-border crime is becoming more and more important, so NGOs have to adapt to these different international forms of crime and support victims, for example. And this means that, and that might be the major challenge in the end, that we need independent NGOs in Europe, but we also need them to be financed in a clear and structural way so they can do their job year after year. And to conclude, it's my personal experience that challenges, be it in the form of risks or in the form of opportunities, they should be faced, and every organization should write them down and should know which risks, which opportunities they are facing. If you don't do this, you won't be able to cope with them. And furthermore, you have to define as an NGO your mission, your vision, your strategy. Your mission, why do we exist? Your vision, what do we want to be? And your strategy, what do we have to do? And only if you face the challenges clearly and act according to your NGO's mission, vision, strategy, you can make a difference for the victims, offenders and witnesses in the fields of criminal justice.